When Jeezy and TV personality Jeannie Mai first got together, some people were a bit confused. What the hell did Jeezy the Snowman see in Jeannie? And vice versa. Yeah. Although people were rooting for their relationship initially, the messiness surrounding their romance has flooded the internet ever since they became an item. And now, after learning that Jeezy filed for divorce, we can't say we're surprised that things between them are coming to an end. If you hate it when we get our karaoke on, why y'all tripping? I'm just fine. 12:45, about that time. But for the rest of y'all, go ahead and bust open a bag of beef and bacon jerky, green apple licorice, and butter toffee peanuts from rrgsnacks.com, our online concession stand that has thousands of 5-star reviews. To kick things off, we have to take you back to November 2018, when Jeezy and newly divorced Jeannie met on the set of The Real. And then what? According to People magazine, they kept things low-key for a while. Jeannie said there was an instant magnetic attraction, and they were drawn to each other's passions to serve. Girl, what the hell that mean? Jeezy discussed their first date to People magazine by saying, "I couldn't look through her or around her. All I was seeing was her." Oh, ain't that sweet? In January 2019, the public got their first receipts that something was bubbling between them when a photo of the couple popped up on social media. During this time, Jeannie admitted on The Real that she and Jeezy had been hanging out. However, she told her co-hosts they weren't interested in labels, but he was still very special to her. Okay, we know what very special means. In August 2019, they announced they were official. During an episode of The Real, she gushed about her new boyfriend, describing him as passionate, deep, and a great leader. Things looked very promising for them, up until some of her past comments resurfaced. Ooh, child, pour me some tea. Let's pause for a second and rewind back to a 2014 episode of The Real. Jeannie told her co-hosts, "Love black guys. For me, dark meat on the side. White keeps me mean and lean. That's why I married white. That's what I like." Now say what now? Should've stayed your ass over there then. In case you're having a hard time following what Jeannie was trying to say, she was implying that black men were only good enough to be her side piece. And she was more attracted to white men, like her then husband, Freddie. What the hell is she talking about? The brother besties were in their feelings about not being Jeannie's preference, but Jeezy wasn't concerned about her past comments at all. While appearing on the Morning Hustle radio show, he said before they even became an item, she sat him down and explained that her words were taken out of context. Girl, stop lying. He also told a news publication that he wouldn't be with her if she were racist, and he knew she wasn't because, quote, "She comes from the Bay. She knows E40 better than me." Now hold up now. Jeezy, at his big age, should be well aware that proximity to blackness doesn't immunize someone from displaying behavior that is rooted in racism. Boom, exactly. According to scholars, this type of thinking is steeped in complicated social factors, including a reluctance to have blunt conversations about race. According to author Robin DiAngelo, it's absolutely possible for someone like Jeannie to listen to E40 and develop bonds with black people while still feeling superior to black people and harboring racist stereotypes. So Jeannie's comments, in addition to Jeezy's response, led many to believe that they were two ignorant people who fell in love. And well, that's typically a recipe for disaster. Sure is. During an October 2019 episode of The Real, Jeannie explained how different her relationship with Jeezy was compared to the relationship she had with her ex-husband. She admitted she had low standards before she met the rapper. She also said Jeezy was way more supportive than her ex ever was. She cited an incident where Jeezy left his birthday party early just to drive her to the airport instead of letting her take an Uber. Get your ass in the Uber like everybody else. Now, you're probably wondering why we dinged this, so let us explain. Some people set the bar so low for their partner that something as low effort as an Uber ride will make them pull their panties to the side. Because Jeannie had low standards in her previous relationships, we aren't surprised that a simple act of kindness had her feeling butterflies in her tummy. But either way, they continued their relationship and even spent Thanksgiving 2019 together. By the time March 2020 rolled around, Jeezy popped the question at his Los Angeles home. However, months after their engagement, Jeannie revealed their wedding wasn't a top priority. Now, wait a minute now. Pump the brakes, child. What the hell is she talking about? Couples that get engaged with no plans to get married is something we've seen in several of our red flag videos. And although some of y'all like to tussle with us in the comments whenever we ding an engaged couple's reluctance to tie the knot, it has always and will always be a red flag over here at RRG. An engagement is a mutual promise to get married. So whenever a couple gets engaged and they come up with every excuse in the book as to why they aren't in a rush to head to the altar, there's usually some tomfoolery going on behind the scenes. Jeannie confirmed to ET that there was indeed something in the way of them becoming husband and wife. They got engaged at the start of the pandemic, and the world was in a state of uncertainty and a bit of panic. She said, "I feel like we got work to do. It's really important right now to spread an energy of positivity and uniting one another than it is to be planning a wedding." Girl, the rest of the world would be okay. Some people still had hope that things would work out. However, Jeannie wouldn't stop talking about their relationship, and every time she opened her mouth, the red flags kept busting us upside the head. Jeannie explained she looked forward to submitting to her future husband. She explained that she knew the word had a negative connotation, but it didn't worry her at all. She said she made too many decisions when it came to her career, so she was down for Jeezy to be the authority at home. Some might not see anything wrong with Jeannie's desire to allow Jeezy to take the lead, but for others, the idea of submission is an act of chauvinism that's skewed toward a patriarchal society that believes men are superior to women. This, of course, would contradict the fact that men and women are equal. She joined Dancing with the Stars in September 2020. She ended up dropping out of the competition in November 2020 after People magazine reported she was experiencing breathing problems. Jeezy rushed her to the emergency room, where she was diagnosed with a condition that blocks airflow to the lungs. She underwent surgery, and we were under the impression that Jeezy was there during her recovery. But we were wrong. A gossip site reported Jeezy was too busy getting ready for his versus battle against Gucci Mane to be Jeannie's bedside nurse. The site also claimed that things had stalled with the couple's wedding plans. An insider added, "They're engaged, so there's no need to rush things. Probably they'll get married in 2025 or something like that." 2025? With their wedding plans, or lack thereof, in limbo, Jeannie told Entertainment Tonight that they had a lot more time to really get to know each other, and that quality time together allowed them to realize that they were the right fit for each other. In February 2021, Jeezy revealed that his mom passed away. In an Instagram post, he wrote, "When I had nothing or no one, I had you, mama. You was hard on me. I thank you for that." Following her passing, he and Jeannie realized that life's too short and tomorrow is never promised. So they decided they wanted to get married expeditiously. In March 2021, they got married at their Atlanta home. While it was her second marriage, it was Jeezy's first time walking down the aisle. Jeezy spoke his vows from the heart, while Jeannie wrote out a full 3 pages of everything she wanted to say. After she was done reading her vows, she told People magazine she threw the papers in the pool. Now who gonna clean that up? Jeannie said, "I threw them into the pool because they've been sealed in his heart forever." Oh, okay. She was excited to be Jeannie Jenkins and told People magazine that she was ready and willing to make the right compromises and changes within herself to have a successful marriage. Despite previously saying she didn't want children due to her own childhood trauma, Jeannie announced she and Jeezy were expecting their first child together in September 2021. When the Shade Room posted her pregnancy news on their Instagram page, an online user commented by saying Jeannie's ex-husband Freddie was probably biting bricks and screaming about the news. And well, Freddie entered the chat. Welcome to the chat. And responded, "Yep, I upgraded from trash to treasure a long time ago. Best decision I ever made. Congratulations." Was Freddie in his feelings because Jeannie didn't want to have children with him? Or was he truly happy that he dodged a bullet by not starting a family with her? Probably the last one. Jeannie continued to spill TMI about their relationship, including how she liked to incorporate their unborn baby when she was making it boom, boom, clap in the bedroom. Ew. Their daughter Monica was born in January 2022, making Jeezy a father of 4. During a May 2023 appearance on The Jennifer Hudson Show, Jeannie explained the importance of her daughter embracing her Vietnamese and her black side. Jeannie added,
I only speak Vietnamese to her, and then Dad only speaks the South to her.
Bitch, what the hell is the South? Shawty tripping. You already know them folks over on Twitter lit her all the way up for implying that a Southern dialect is different from the English language. On The Breakfast Club, Charlamagne the God stated,
people just don't like Jeannie Mai. They don't like the fact that Jeannie Mai and Jeezy are together.
Correct.
They don't like, they getting their Dr. Umar on, and they don't like that interracial relationship.
Or how about people were just tired of the racial microaggressions? Okay, see, that part. In celebration of their second wedding anniversary, Jeannie surprised Jeezy with a trip to Vietnam. And then on September 3rd, 2023, they celebrated Jeezy making the New York Times bestsellers list.
And God, thank you. Because my daddy made the New York Times bestsellers list. So God, thank you for my daddy and his work to help people believe in themselves, just like he teaches me. Amen.
But the celebration didn't last long. Just 12 days later, the AJC reported Jeezy had filed for divorce after a little over 2 years of marriage. According to court documents, he's seeking joint custody of their daughter. He also wants the court to uphold their existing prenup. So what the hell went wrong? Well, as of this video, we're unsure. However, we dug up an interview Jeannie conducted back in October 2021 where she revealed some interesting information. Let me sit down for this. While discussing her marriage, Jeannie said she came from a long line of people with hot tempers, from her mom to her grandma to her grandfather and her aunts. She stated she didn't really notice she had a bad temper at first because no one ever called her out on it, and she was surrounded by a bunch of yes people. In her first marriage, she didn't have enough respect for her partner to even realize that her anger was an issue. That's why he left your ass. But with Jeezy, he would tell her to pipe down, whenever she flew off the handle. And sometimes her hurtful words would cause him to get triggered, and he would clap back at her. I bet he would.
He never told me to fix my temper. I just saw it and I thought, unless I want to stay in this place where I lose this person I love and I stay in my comfort zone of doing what I want to do and function the way I have for the last 40 years when nobody else had to stop me.
Which obviously has done quite well for you.
Right, I could have. But this was something greater that I wanted, and also a great challenge to myself to say, what if, now that I know it exists and the dragon's there, what if I got rid of that?
Too late for that shit. Our partners are the ones who are on the front lines of our uncontrolled anger. So perhaps Jeannie's behavior became too much for Jeezy to handle. And after crossing the line one too many times, it's too late to apologize. It's too late. In the end, we might never know the real reason he decided to walk away. But we can't say we're surprised by these recent developments. The red flags were busting us upside the head so hard we almost got a concussion. Someone please call 911. If you enjoyed this video, let us know down below. And thanks for watching RRG.